Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back to Happy at Home. Today I have a newly decorated bedroom to share with you. I just finished putting the finishing touches on it this past weekend and I just love how it turned out. So I'm calling this my winter bedroom because I wanted everything in the room to feel warm and cozy, but at the same time I wanted everything to be bright and cheerful, and I also wanted to keep things very, very simple. I'm really craving simplicity in my decorating right now, and I normally always do this time of year, so I kept the decor to a very minimum, and I really like how it turned out. There's lots of candles and lots of blankets. I kept pretty much to a black and white theme in there, but of course I had to throw a little bit of red in because to me red just makes a room feel very cheerful. So I have that all. There seems like there's a lot going on there, but the room itself turned out to be very simple and very cozy and bright and cheerful. So I am very excited with how it turned out. And of course I used everything that I already had on hand. So that makes it even better. So a lot of the things were from the thrift store or items that I've made. So I really like that part of the aspect of just shopping my house and gathering up some stuff and making a new look for the room, which is always a fun thing to do. So enough talking about the room. Let's go ahead and share the room with you. I think what I'm going to do is just walk you through the room vlog style first, and at the end I'll give you like glamour shots of the room. So let's go ahead and I'll bring you in there. Alright, so starting over here in my dresser area, I've got my medicine cabinet up on the walls. That's where I keep all my makeup and stuff. Here, I can show you inside, I guess. I haven't showed you inside for a long time. All like my hair products and makeup bits and bobs I keep in there. Got a necklace hanging there. I should probably put that away. So I really haven't changed too much in this area. Down underneath, I pretty much kept this. If you saw my Christmas tour at all, it's all kind of the same. I kept the same flower. A little bit of mercury glass. I got a vintage clock. My little jewelry box that I keep the stuff that I use on an everyday basis. And I have a little candle holder. And my rings are sitting there. And then a little picture frame. And then over here, this is my dish that I have from, where did I get this from? Target. And that's what I set my hot iron on when I'm using it so it doesn't ruin my paint. Then over here I just have some cotton pads and a little thing. And then I have my big jewelry case. And then of course I have a candle pillar because I love these little old-fashioned candle holders. Now the one thing I did change is on either side of my medicine cabinet, I recently found these candle sconces. I gave them a little makeover. I used to have mirror on this side and over here, but I replaced them with the new candle sconces, and I really like how they turned out. I think this is a fun thing, and yeah, I think they're gorgeous. So I have one on each side, and I absolutely love how they turned out, although I'm not loving the fact that my pillar candle looks more yellow than white. So I'm going to have to change that out when these get lower. And then if I kind of over in the corner, I just have my little, what do you call it? My hooks. I got my flannel jacket and one of my purses hanging there. And then moving over to the side table, this is my side of the table. I've got an IKEA lamp I've had for years and years, still love that lamp. And then I have this little drawing in a frame. My daughter Emily drew this picture for me. I loved it so much, so I put it in the frame, which is from the thrift store. I just gave it a little, you know, distressing, a little bit of paint. I love how it turned out. And then down here, this is the same flower arrangement that I had at Christmas time for the Christmas tour, but I put it in a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's in a little creamer this time. Just plopped it out, took it out, plopped it in this new one. Then I have it on top of this vintage book that is like falling apart, but I love it so much. And then I just have a votive candle. And that's what I have on my bedside table. So that, and then moving on to the bed, I just have a regular pillow stacked in back. And then in front, I rounded up some of our fuzzy furry pillows and put them on the bed, and I love them so much. And then for a pop of color, I have this flannel blanket that I made, just laid over the end of the bed. Now this flannel blanket, I have a king size bed, and I made this. It is so super easy. I bought 2.5 yards of fabric, and I left the side edges the way they are because they have this nice little fraying, and then on the 2 ends that are cut, I just zigzag stitched them, and that's it. My blanket was done in less than like 5 minutes. It was awesome, and I love how quick and easy it was, and I love the little pop of color that it gives the room, and of course I love flannel and I love plaid, so this works out really, really well. And you could do the same thing with any type of fabric. It doesn't have to cost very much money, but you can get a lot of bang for your buck by just making a quick little blanket like this, just to kind of freshen things up in your bedroom. And then of course I have a nice fuzzy furry blanket at the end of the bed because the puppy likes to sleep on that. And then of course I have the headboard that I made years ago, and I'll have a tutorial on how I made this headboard coming up very, very soon. And then I just have a few things up here. I wanted to keep everything really super simple and clean looking for these winter months. So I started with these candle sconces that I found at the thrift store, and I think they're absolutely amazing. They have a very farmhouse, like industrial look to me, and I love it so much. And then of course I couldn't put away these little houses from that I picked up at the Target dollar spot for Christmas, and I have some little votive candles in there. So I have one on this side, and then of course I have one on the other side, and then I have 2 little more votive candles because you can't have enough candles this time of year. And then of course in the middle I have this barn quilt painting that I did. I think I finished this the beginning of December, and I have a tutorial on how to do this as well. I'll make sure to link that below. So I really like how the display turned out. I love the barn quilt, I love the candle holders, and of course the little houses are amazing too. But I think the whole display turned out really nice, and the bed looks really comfy and cozy, which is what I wanted for the winter months. So moving on to the bedside table over here, I have this picture frame on the wall, and I didn't really have any artwork. So what I went ahead and did was printed off this little ABC chart off of Pinterest, put it in the frame, and it adds a little something, which I like, so that was nice. And then we have another lamp on my husband's side of the bed. And then here's another frame that I found at the thrift store and gave a makeover to. And my daughter painted me, and my daughter Emily drew me another picture to go on this to match the other one. Not match, but kind of the same theme. The girl with the umbrella, which I love girls with umbrellas. I don't know what it is. I love it so much. And then I have another flower holder, another flower arrangement in another creamer. And it sits on top of another chippy vintage book. And then my husband got the bedazzled candle holder. And let me show you these candles. These are little votive candles that I got for Christmas from my dad. He asked me what I wanted, and I said I wanted votive candles that were on a remote control, and these things are awesome. I have them also up here in this little votive, and these 2 votives, and then I have the other one over on my bedside table, or over there. And they come, I turn them on when I come in here at night and go to bed, and they are so pretty. I love it so much. Now things are gonna get tricky. For my window coverings, I just have these very sheer white curtains. I think these were from IKEA years ago. I'm not sure. I have like 3 sets of these, and I really like them because they're sheer, but then they have like this little stripe in them. I have no idea if they still have them, but they're just a nice simple curtain. And then over here we have my husband's dresser, which was a hand-me-down from our in-laws, and I gave it a paint job years ago. It's been holding up really well. And then on his dresser I just have a simple little tray to corral all of his stuff, and then I have a frame up here just leaned against the wall, and this is a map that I took from an atlas that I found at the thrift store. I thought it was a pretty cool map, so I frame that up for him. And he seems to like it. He doesn't really care, but I think it's cool. And then I have this candle holder over here, which is also from the thrift store, and I think it's very unique. And I'm loving that as well. So the final area of the room is this wall over here, and on it I have this hook shelf that I made. I don't know. I can't remember when I made it, but I made it not too long ago. And this is where my husband hangs all of his clothes because he doesn't hang anything up. And if I don't have hooks for him to put anything on, then they end up all on the floor. So this is a very good solution for us. Normally, let's be real, this whole thing, every single hook is filled. But I went through it this morning and cleaned it out, so it just has a couple sweatshirts hanging on it. And then I have this old piece of vintage luggage that I just recently found at the thrift store, and oh my goodness, isn't it gorgeous? So I thought it would be fun to hang here just for some decoration, and then I put like a scarf in the pocket because, you know, it's winter time, and I think it's really cute just hanging there. I think it's adorable. And then up on the shelf over here I have this little number. It's a cast iron like cast iron enameled number, like it's a house number. I can't remember where I found those. I think at the thrift store I found like 4 or 5 of them in a couple different numbers. So I always like to have those in. And then this is a picture I took of the barn that is next to my parents' property. I love this winter picture, and so I bring it out every winter. And then I have another clock. This one I found at a not a thrift store. This one I found at the flea market. It was probably one of the first clocks that I ever purchased. And then over here I have another picture frame with a photo of a wintry scene that I took a couple of years ago. I love it because that day everything was just icy and just winter wonderland, and the picture turned out really pretty. So it's another one that I always get out every winter. And then I just have a little baby chalkboard stacked up on the side over there. So that kind of completes that little area, and I really like how it turned out. It looks a lot nicer without all of my husband's stuff on those hooks. Maybe I'll have to get after him about putting stuff away a little bit better. Nah, fruitless. Alright, so that is it. It's pretty much what the room is looking like right now. Oh, there we go. I really like how it turned out. It seems crisp and clean and very cozy at the same time, and I have been enjoying it very much. So I hope you enjoyed this winter bedroom tour. I absolutely love how the room turned out. It's everything that I want it to be. I wanted it to be cozy and bright and cheerful and very minimalistic. So I think I hit all those points quite well, so I'm very, very pleased. So this decor should take me through until I'm craving springtime decor, so which probably won't be very long. Probably the end of February I'll want to change it up for spring, but which is wishful thinking for someone who lives in Minnesota when we don't get spring till like the first week of May. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Every week I try to have one video sharing some sort of decor project and also a crafting project. And then I have a thrift store Thursdays where I show you all the fun things that I find at the thrift store. And then of course, I always have a weekly family vlog on Mondays. So if you'd like, hit that subscribe button and I will see you again very soon. Bye now.